backline. What can you pick that won't die right away to Ezreal? Nautilus has escapes. He's gotten Buster's Q cooldown, the mana cost, everything else like that. Orianna going to be the response in the mid lane here for Pobo.
And while it's a stand, and actually he kind of snuck her back, but lost some CS4.
It happens. Cap slowed down. Now Pobo wants in. A nice juke gets away from Xmithio's Q, but he's got to run out of places to go. The flash is available. Here comes Rek'Sai. The knockup's going to be had. Looking to knock down at a Pobo. Do they have it? Yes, they do. First blood. 2 games in a row for Brox's Rek'Sai. But he's got the ulti, so we can burst it down right here. The smite should come in time, and yes, that is Infernal Break picked up at 9 minutes for Xmithie. The team was there just in time. The attack speed is in. They got to get away from not getting the explosive charge onto them, and this will be first turret going down. Again, lane priority mattering. And a big surge of 1,000 gold going.
Sure they get it on this wave.
Yeah, Fnatic gonna make it happen.
Yeah, still relatively behind on this play.
All right, that's turret down at least a little bit first for Fnatic, as Immortals gonna split their pressure up a little bit. Cody's gonna be a little slower, but it'll be okay.
Yeah, it's a greedy play by Immortals to go for the Rift Herald right now rather than start the turret, because it sets them behind on the tempo of the turret trade. But with the Rift Herald, they're hoping to take the mid.
Here comes the burst damage across on a juke as much of that as he can. The ulti from Jess is getting the heal and Flame, jumping over the wall, staying alive. And here comes Broxa, wants a bit more. Gets a bit of a heal out for Flame. He's got the teammate around, but the chase is in for Cap. Looks for the stun, but here comes the team. Xmithie's there in the play. The shotgun's gonna land. They're gonna look to knock down Cap. Can they get him? Yes, they can. The autos come through, and now it's Soaz forced to run. He does have flash, so the slow from Lance won't be the kill just
We've got power around the bot side. We can make that work. But they try to get a kill in transition as well. Kobelta was already going to be there.
Fnatic, and their bottom lane is very far behind.
Nice pick up right there. Drake goes over to Fnatic now, below half HP, and no one else here to defend. So yes, Ocean Drake actually turns into mid lane tier 2 trade. Yeah, they're going to have enough with this one. They're going to knock that one down. Ocean Drake region helping, and they're going to wave the turret goodbye. But top lane 2-2 under fire. That's going to be a trade quickly picked up as long as the Immortals can walk away.
Into that whiff shockwave. That's infernal for Fnatic.
Nicely picked up right there. The battle was big, and Fnatic starting to fire back. Only 1,000 gold apart. They've tied up the Infernals, and Immortals actually on the wrong side of this one. Keep in mind, they're on the back side. This is not their side of the map, and Broxa picks up a kill. Now Cody's son. Brox jumping away, but a summon he'll use to chase in further. Jessus pops that summoner. Now 3v5. The chase can continue. This could be a complete wipe of Immortals. They're still trying to run away. Xmithie has nowhere to go. He's going to lose his life. This will be three straight kills for Fnatic.
That's
making it to the quarterfinals. This Baron getting burned down, and there is no smite. There is only some damage to the Immortals players. Can they get the shot? They're only going to fill a little bit of damage. Nothing to be done at all. This could be a kill onto Flame now. The team's got to run away. He flashed, but gets pulled right back in. And here's Soaz with the ult. He's going to find the 2-person knockup. Cody's son on the wings looking for Caps. Does not get stunned. Looks for some damage. And it will be Immortals. Yeah, Cody's going to cut away, but Immortals looking to make Fnatic wait as long as they can between these two. A lot of damage on Xmithie forced to flash away, but now the Soaz and Paps actually zoned out as well. Xmithie's so low, though, that looks like Immortals can't do much more else, but Soaz wants in. He's got the front line. He's going to get the backline access onto Kobelta. The knockup is there. Ezreal already shifting backwards even more. And the shotgun's going to land in a Cap, so they're followed through. Not quite just yet. The rocket jump forward. The damage isn't going to be there. Yes, Redemption not going to reset in time. So 5v4 and no mid laner. The chase is in. A nice root from Reckless. The blade color helping.
And still have to play Longzhu. They do not want to have an 0-3 day. They have to perform here.
Here comes the backline access. The stun onto Ole. Tags the mid laner as well, but they re-engages. Not to be had just yet. They've got Soaz been isolated. Look at the damage over they've got. Nautilus is going to fall, and Flame stays alive. Now Cody's out of the chase. He wants Reckless. Reckless has flash. He has the ulti as well. He can get away and does so with that one. Now 5v4 though, and there was no frontline. Broxa is squishy on this Rek'Sai, so the push can continue. Flame gets the passive, gets a heal.
Baron is up. Immortals is actually choosing not to finish this turret in threat of the Baron. They're actually indecisive. Cody's sons walk back and forth.
They have TP up on Flame, so he can home guard back into this one. Mid lane will fall, and the rest of the squad knows they can threaten the 4v4. Blue up going to go over to Xmithie right now. Broxa over the wall. Who's going to win this one? Xmithie rarely misses in North America. Will he miss it? Worlds, he picks it up. This is the fight now. 5v5. The front line's there. Shockwave pulls in one. They've got Broxa. Now it is Soaz the front as well. Can they keep him alive in this one? A nice stun. Only finds one though. Flame going to stay alive, but a poke coming through for Xmithie. Plays by Immortals. Now they're going to knock down the inhibitor itself. Of course, it's a 5v5 on the map, and they've still got to respect Reckless's damage output, who's on a lot of crit chance right now, actually. 90% right now on this build. He's going to do
strong.
Plenty of damage, but the inhibitor's going to fall, and Immortals look for top lane. Front line except Monsoon. Broxa waiting the wings. He's squishy. Turret goes down. Baron's still on for 2 minutes. Immortals missing True Shot, Barrage, and Shot Lane. Mid tier 2 gonna fall as a result of the Mountain Drake pressure from Immortals. They will get that kill picked up. I didn't see it. They're not going to mean too much. The wave clear not yet there for the Fnatic bot laner. Shockwave again. They go for front lane because they have the damage of it. Will Soaz fall. Flame rooted in the turret, but he pops the stone plate, staying alive a little bit longer. A big 3-man shot right there. Pulling back into the flame. They get the first kill. It's Reckless getting that one. A trade as one more comes in. It's the bot lane. The support going down. 3v4. Immortals forced to run away, but Fnatic, they want this one. The chase forward on Pobo. They're not quite the blade color range and just barely missing onto that Miasma. There's still more to be done. They're looking for the kill. Reckless going to come in, and Brox's getting the kill credit on that one. And the flash forward. Cody's on. The insect, but betrays his teammate, and it's going to be the ace for Fnatic.
Cody's son loses his mind by flashing into an entire team at the end. And we talked about the volatility of these fights. Fnatic might win off this. The wave is close.
Everything stacked up at the same time. Flame taking insane turret shots, free autos onto him. No one else is tanky. They kept going in. They had the flashes up. And like you say, Jad, they want to force right now.
Ole up in 9, Flame up in 12. There's 4 people. This probably isn't the end of the game.
But it is Inhibitor at the very least. It's going to die, and they're actually going to look for the Nexus turrets. You're seeing them cheat forward.
Close.
Ocean Drake region, keeping them topped up a bit more. Here comes Ole. He's got to respect this. Here comes the Maokai as well. 15 seconds before a carry spawns, and here comes the wave.
Flame
The knockback.
early.
Can they get Brock to look at it do it? He's going to flash away. Stays
Minions
just
are here.
barely alive. And they're going to look down to knock down turret number 1. Here comes Orianna in 3 seconds. The ulti on the back line. And Knock-up is there. Cap's a bit low. Do they have the damage? Must go big. Shockwave. Catches Reckless. Now out of the Nexus they're going. Do they have the